All right, let's dive right into this. Welcome to the Explainer. If you're looking to shield your retirement savings with hard, physical assets, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the Gold IRA rollover. Our main goal here? We're going to completely demystify those notoriously complex IRS rules. We want to give you the exact, no-nonsense knowledge you need to navigate this entire landscape with total confidence and truly protect your hard-earned wealth. Now, right out of the gate, I want to tackle a massive misconception that trips up so many investors. Can you just buy gold with your IRA and stash it in a safe in your basement? I mean, it sounds pretty great, right? Having unfettered access to your own gold. But hold that thought, because getting this wrong could literally cost you a fortune in sudden taxes and IRS penalties. We're going to answer this definitively in just a few minutes. And real quick, before we get too far into the weeds, make sure to grab your free Gold IRA guide from the description below, or just head straight over to goldirablueprint.com. It's an incredible resource that pairs perfectly with everything we're breaking down today. Okay, so here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at what a Gold IRA actually is. Second, we're comparing rollovers versus transfers. Third, we'll go over the strict IRS rules. And finally, how to avoid Gold IRA scams. Let's get to it. Starting off with Section 1. What is a Gold IRA? The foundation of physical metals. A Gold IRA isn't just buying some coins and hiding them away somewhere. It's a self-directed individual retirement account, or an SDIRA, that explicitly allows you to hold eligible physical precious metals. To make this happen legally, you need 3 separate parties in the mix. First, you've got the precious metals dealer, who actually sells you the metal. Then you have the self-directed IRA custodian. They're a specialized financial institution that legally administers your tax-advantaged account. And finally, the depository. Think of this as a highly secure, heavily insured facility where your physical metal is actually vaulted. Now, despite everyone calling it a Gold IRA, this account is actually pretty versatile. You can hold 4 specific physical metals: gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. The real beauty here is that we are talking about tangible, real-world assets. You know, unlike paper stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, which, let's be honest, are basically just promises written on paper, this is physical bullion. Historically, it's been viewed as an incredibly powerful store of value and a solid hedge against inflation. You're building a truly tangible foundation for your retirement portfolio. Moving on to Section 2, rollovers versus transfers. This is the logistical fork in the road. So, you basically have 2 options when you want to move funds from an old 401k or IRA. Option 1 is an indirect rollover, where the funds from your old account are actually paid directly out to you first. Listen, think of this like carrying a briefcase stuffed with cash through a crowded airport. It is incredibly high risk. Option 2 is a direct transfer. This moves the money straight from your old custodian to your new Gold IRA custodian. It's like wiring money directly into a secure vault. It's safe, it's automatic, and the best part is, it's handled entirely by professionals without you ever having to physically touch the cash. So why exactly is that indirect rollover so risky? Well, it all boils down to one number: 60. If you go with an indirect rollover, the IRS gives you exactly 60 days, no exceptions, to deposit those funds into your new Gold IRA. If you miss that strict deadline by literally a single day, the IRS treats the entire amount as a taxable distribution. Boom, just like that. And it actually gets worse. If you're under 59.5 years old, they slap you with an extra 10% early withdrawal penalty right on top of the income tax. It can be an absolute financial disaster. This right here is exactly why you need to download that free Gold IRA guide from the description below or at goldirablueprint.com. It maps out the direct transfer method perfectly so you don't make this mistake. To totally avoid all that stress, let's look at how beautifully simple a direct transfer really is. Step 1, you just open your new self-directed IRA with a specialized custodian. Step 2, you request a direct transfer from your existing 401k or traditional IRA. The money just seamlessly moves from one institution to the other. Step 3, once the new account is funded, you select your IRS-approved metals from your dealer. And Step 4, the dealer securely ships those metals straight to the approved depository. That's the whole shebang. The money moves smoothly, the metal moves securely, and you never risk violating those brutal IRS deadlines because the funds never even touch your personal bank account. It's pure peace of mind. All right, Section 3, the strict IRS rules. Let's decode the tax law. You see, generally speaking, the IRS straight up prohibits IRAs from holding what they categorize as collectibles. If they catch you holding a collectible in your IRA, they treat it as an immediate, fully taxable payout. So, you might be wondering, how on earth is a Gold IRA even legal then? It all comes down to a very highly specific piece of tax code, IRC Section 408M3. This is a precise statutory carve-out. It explicitly bypasses a ban on collectibles, but only if the metals meet some extremely strict criteria. Without this exact loophole in the tax code, holding any physical gold in your retirement account would be completely illegal under IRS rules. And what exactly are those strict criteria? Well, the IRS demands some incredibly rigid purity or fineness standards for your metals. You absolutely cannot just toss any random coin or piece of jewelry into this account. Gold has to be at least 99.5% pure, like the American Gold Eagle. Silver has an even higher bar, requiring 99.9% purity, like the Canadian Maple Leaf. And platinum and palladium, they demand a massive 99.95% purity. Figuring all this out can be pretty tricky, which honestly is another great reason to go grab your free guide at goldirablueprint.com. It's got a comprehensive list of eligible metals so you don't accidentally buy something the IRS prohibits. Now let's circle back to that massive question I asked you at the very beginning of this explainer. Can you keep your IRA gold in a safe at home? Look, there are some pretty slick marketers out there on the internet who will try to sell you on a home storage IRA using a complex LLC structure. But listen to me carefully. The tax court firmly and loudly slammed the door on this in the famous McNulty versus Commissioner case. The court ruled that holding IRA gold at home gives the investor unfettered physical control over the asset, and that control immediately triggers taxation and early withdrawal penalties. The whole home storage loophole is a dangerous myth, and falling for it is practically begging for an audit. The absolutely crucial point here is this. Your IRA metals must be stored in an IRS-approved insured depository. No exceptions. The law strictly requires a specialized third-party facility to vault the metals. Why? Because it guarantees they are properly segregated, heavily insured, and completely out of your direct physical control. It is quite literally the only way to keep your tax-advantaged status completely intact and legally compliant. Which brings us to our final part, Section 4, Avoiding Gold IRA Scams. Time to navigate the minefield. Okay, we need to talk about the major red flags you have to watch out for. First up, unlicensed salespeople posing as financial experts giving you investment advice. That is a massive violation of federal rules. Second, watch out for fear-based, high-pressure sales tactics. If you're on the phone and someone is screaming that the dollar is collapsing tomorrow and you have to move your entire life savings right this second, just hang up the phone. Also, keep an eye out for free gold gimmicks. You know the saying, nothing is free. Usually the cost is just hidden in hugely inflated markups. You also need to be extremely wary of dealers who aggressively push rare or numismatic collectible coins. These are often wildly overpriced based on subjective collector value rather than the actual gold content, and man, they are notoriously hard to liquidate later. And lastly, stay far, far away from financed or leveraged accounts. You should never be borrowing money to fund a retirement IRA. The key here is to remain objective, stay entirely logical, and never make a massive financial decision based on an emotional, rushed phone call. So, what's the ultimate litmus test for finding a trustworthy dealer? It's called the spread. You should always, always ask for their same-day buyback quote. Here's why this matters so much. Say a dealer sells you a coin for $2,000, right? But their same-day buyback price is only $1,000. That massive spread completely exposes their hidden, excessive markups. Think about it. Gold would literally have to double in price just for you to break even on that investment. No way. If the spread is that massive, or if the dealer gets defensive and refuses to put their buyback price in writing, you need to walk away immediately. To keep you absolutely safe out there, here is a concrete survival checklist for you. Number 1, verify the dealer's reputation on the Better Business Bureau and actually read the negative reviews to see exactly how they handle complaints. Number 2, ensure they set you up with an independent third-party custodian. Number 3, confirm they use a recognized IRS-approved depository. Number 4, get absolutely all pricing in writing. That means setup fees, annual fees, and those buyback spreads. And number 5, compare at least 3 different providers before you signed anything. Take your time. And I'm going to remind you one last time, because it really is that important. You can arm yourself with this exact checklist and so much more by claiming your free Gold IRA guide at goldirablueprint.com, or just click the link in the description below. So as we wrap things up today, I want to leave you with this one thought. Are you fully prepared to navigate the Gold IRA landscape safely and protect your retirement? Look, a Gold IRA is an absolutely incredible, powerful tool. It's fantastic for portfolio diversification and protecting your hard-earned purchasing power against inflation. But, and this is a big but, it only works if you play strictly by the IRS rulebook. So take your time, demand complete transparency, and protect your wealth by doing it the right way. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep learning, stay focused, and I will see you next time.